Coach, just walking around Devaney, what kind of memories come to mind? You see the Jordan Larson jerseys.
Well, this is our Olympic deal, and you think about the last 4 Olympics, we've had 3 players from Nebraska out of the 12 that made the Olympic team, and I think there might be their World Championship, which they won for the first time as well. Pretty proud of that. People have no idea how hard it is to make the Olympic team. I mean, so many things have to go right, and to make those 12 players that get to represent the United States. So this is a very prideful display booth right here. These are the Honda Broderick Award winners. So this goes to the best volleyball player / student. And again, they've changed it now, but it used to be the Honda Broderick. This is the most prestigious. It's like winning the Heisman. This is the Heisman one right here. And then the other one up here is our some of our statistical wins we've had, like being the best blocking team in the country, best defensive team in the country. So those are, people really don't notice those. Those are the one coaches notice, because that means we did some things at pretty elite level.
All right, well, I think we know what these are over here.
Yeah, you never can get too many of these, and this is, every time you go to the Final Four or win a national championship, you get one of these big plaques. This is actually one of the things the NCAA does a pretty nice job of for volleyball. These are pretty nice deals, and some of these are also when Coach Pettit was here as well, but it just shows you the tradition of Nebraska volleyball and the success of getting the Final Fours and competing for national championships.
Have you gotten to talk a lot with Coach Pettit?
Not really. He's golfing. So
More national championship pictures.
Yeah, this is, again, when we designed Devaney, we wanted to have a place to display things, because in Coliseum we didn't have a place. Mm-hmm. And so this worked out great, building this so we could share national championship pictures here. For example, there's an old picture, 1974 back there. This with each other, for each other was an Adidas thing that we actually got a copyright on it to use it. And Adidas, of course, borrowed it, which is cool. And then over here is our international trips. And we went, there's 2000, we were the first college volleyball team to go to China ever. Back then, and were you even born then?
Year I was born,
okay.
2000.
So it was a communist country back then. It was not easy, and we could do a whole documentary on that trip. And then, again, displaying some of the professional jerseys of countries that our players have played in, and they played all over the world. Mm-hmm. So it's, and up until the Supernovas and Love Volleyball, this was the goal, was graduate and go play overseas.
What's your favorite part of Devaney?
Favorite part of Devaney? Probably my office, because if you look at the office, we're Danny's office now, but it's the only office in Lincoln. You can see the Capitol building and see the court in Devaney. Who else has that office and that view?
That's amazing.
Yeah. And there's nothing better on game day, the smell of popcorn. That's my other favorite part. When you start smelling the popcorn about 4 o'clock for a 7 o'clock match.
You never get some during the game?
No. After you smell it, you don't want any, but because you get tired of the smell. But that's all you always have. We always say that, smell the popcorn. It's got to be a game day. And I think this is one of the cool parts of Devaney, is this little alleyway right here. Is, first of all, our players walk by this every day. We wanted to put this here so they would see this every day, and every day they're going out there to work. Hopefully they're inspired to want to get their next picture up. And then we actually put this in right here. I play for Nebraska, and this is probably becomes even more important now with the portal and everything. But we put this in when we first moved in here. It was, hey, we want our players to understand we play for Nebraska, and try to get that connection that they're a Husker. Mm-hmm. And now with the portal, it's going to be really hard to continue that. But that's another great reminder of why we're here.
I mean, no players jump ship after DBK gets announced. Does that make your heart warm too?
Yeah. And that was another reason I thought the timing was good, because I felt really good about this group, and everybody was happy and wanted to be here, and it would be a good time of transition. And again, I told you there was a master class in Hall this went down, and look at some of these other programs that had coaching changes. Yeah. I mean, they're decimated.
We got a little bit more over here.
Yeah.
All-American wall.
Yeah.
Add some new additions to that.
Yeah. This was one of my babies when we moved over here. We wanted to put in an All-American wall, and Maggie Thorne was the designer that helped do all this. She did an amazing job how they did this. And again, we wanted to bring in the feel from the Coliseum, so we have the columns in here because we didn't want to lose that tradition. And that's why in the Devaney we have the big red deals. And ironically, I spoke at Lincoln Industries last month, and the guy that designed that and built those was in the group that at Lincoln Industries where I was speaking. He came up and told me, he goes, "You remember those things?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, I designed those. But this is beautiful how this came out. Again, we lead the nation in All-Americans. Yeah, let's see, Andy got added in there, and this is pretty special to be able to make this wall. And one of the highlights of my coaching career, which I haven't talked a lot about, was when my daughter Lauren made All-American. It's an indescribable feeling.
Was that hard separating father from coach during that time?
No, because she set the ground rules. She handled it great. She told me this is how we're doing it. She told the team this is how we're doing it, and it was awesome. It worked out awesome. It was a highlight because when she was in high school, I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't listen to a word I said. So I got something else I want to show you here. It's pretty cool. People don't know about. Yeah, this right here. Two things in here. We brought over brick from the Coliseum. Again, we didn't want to lose the tradition, but this is a fascinating antique wooden heart. I'm not sure anybody in the world can even make something like this anymore. This had to be some craftsman that made it, but this is our version of the horseshoe. So if football goes out and touches the horseshoe, this is our version of coming out and touching the heart. We actually have taken this to Final Fours with us. Anyway, this is something people don't really know, but it's our horseshoe.
What's this down here?
I don't know. This is new. I haven't some cartoon here. Oh,
look at that. The impossible
yeah.
is possible.
Yeah, this is fairy tales are okay, but I like the true story about Nebraska Volleyball setting a world record for women's sports attendance. So somebody did a cartoon on this. This is a mom reading to their daughter a fairy tale, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. This is new. I hadn't seen this.
That's
Somebody
sweet.
put this up. So
yeah.
Anyway, this is a cool little thing.